Is it just me, or do you feel like Draco Malfoy got a bad rep the entire Harry Potter series? I mean, if I was raised as a Malfoy and was taught from a very early age that I was superior to others because I was a pureblood, and my family only interacted with other purebloods, and I was locked inside that bubble, it's hard to say if I would have turned out any different. And that's why when Draco finally goes to Hogwarts, you can clearly see his mind open up, and I would argue he grows so much even in a year. Now Draco obviously wouldn't outwardly show this, but I feel like in Chamber of Secrets there's actually one moment that alludes to Draco not nearly being as evil as he lets on, and he might actually even be the opposite, the hero of the film.
Might I suggest someone from my own house? Malfoy, perhaps?
Now in the Chamber of Secrets, the entirety of the plot focuses on students being petrified by a basilisk, and when Hermione, clearly the most clever Hogwarts student, falls to the same fate of being petrified, there's something rather convenient that happens. When Harry and Ron go to visit her in the hospital again, they uncover some useful information to say the least.
What's that?
This is it. The monster in the Chamber of Secrets is a basilisk.
How's the basilisk been getting around?
Hermione's answered that too.
Okay, so let's just ignore the fact that this paper has been lodged in Hermione's hand for quite some time, and has been yet to be discovered by anyone else, and it hasn't fallen out of her hand. But there's still one thing that's seriously wrong with this situation. Hermione wrote on a page inside a book, and then proceeded to rip that page out. Now, does that sound like the Hermione we know to you? The Hermione I know would never, and I mean never, write on a book, let alone rip a page out of that book. She would have simply checked it out or put it back in its rightful spot and ran to tell her friends rather than ripping out that page. Another thing that I would like to add is that this page has been sitting in Hermione's hands for quite some time. I mean, the first time Harry and Ron go to see her in the hospital, no one notices it. It's actually not till later on in the movie that Harry even notices the page in her hand. I mean, one might speculate that someone had placed it there. I mean, they clearly had enough time to do so. So who could possibly do that? Who already has inside knowledge, and I'm sure is overhearing a ton of conversations at home? None other than Draco Malfoy. Yeah, I know, Draco actually planting that page for Harry to find seems like quite the stretch, doesn't it? But when we see Draco earlier on in the movie, what does he do? He rips a page out of a book. I mean, why would Draco rip this page out? He could have easily bought this book. I mean, he's not even close to being poor. Could it be possible that the page we see in Hermione's hand is actually this page that Draco was ripping out earlier on in the movie? Or is it just a subtle nod that he might rip out another page later on in the movie? I mean, if you even look at the end, when Hermione's actually feeling better, she seems quite surprised that Harry and Ron had solved the case.
Congratulations, I can't believe you solved it.
And when she takes credit for her part in solving it, she looks slightly puzzled.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks.
So what do you guys think? Has Draco been hiding his true feelings for this long? And could he possibly be the hero of the Chamber of Secrets? Please check out my last video essay, where I discuss why Dementors love Harry so much. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.